Right, to set up the air freshener Wi-Fi device, what you first need to do is install the app on your phone called SC Cam Pro. So if you go to Play Store, or if you're on an iPhone, it's the App Store, SC Cam Pro, and it's this one at the top here. So if you just install that, and then once it's installed, click open. First thing you're going to need to do is actually register an account. So I've already got an account, so I'm not going to go through this process, but you click on register underneath the login button to the right, that little register tag there. You put in your email address, the password you want to use, it can be any password you want, and then in the capture bit you'll need to press send capture, that little button to the right, and that will send an email with a 6-digit ID in there, which you need to write in there, and then press register. You'd also need to tick that little box as well. Once you're registered, then you can then go ahead and log in. So be the email address you inputted, the password you inputted, and then log in. Like I say, I've already got an account, so I'm going to log in. At which point you're going to get to this screen. So what we need to do now is put the device into setup mode. To do that, I'll just put the camera on so you can see. And right, so first of all, let's close that down. First of all, if you open up the back, you don't need this. What we're looking at is this little light indicator there, and we're using this button here. So at the moment the device should be off, but we can soon find out. So if you press and hold the button, what you should get is a solid blue light like that, which means the device is ready to switch on. If you let go, the device is now on. If you wanted to switch it off, you press and hold again, and you get a slow blinking light like this, which means the device is ready to switch off, and you let go. So on is press and hold, you get a steady blue light. Off is hold, and you get a slow blue light. Put it into setup mode. Again, you need to turn it on first, so press and hold. You get that steady blue light. This time, you can press the plunger whilst it's on, but only once, and you'll get a fast blinking light there. He said. There you go. So you get this, which now means it's in setup mode, and so you can then revert back to the app. So if you leave it like that whilst we open the app again. So what we need to do now is, if you ask you about notifications, you can change that if you wish, it doesn't matter. Let's go to settings, notifications. You can turn those on if you want, or have them off if you don't. It's up to you. It just means that if you got it on voice activated mode, if you got notification on the app, someone comes to the room and starts talking, then you can get those to come through on the app if you wish. But when it comes to the setup, you need to press the plus button in the center of the screen there. If you've already got a device on your account, by the way, that won't be there. You have to use the one in the top right corner in the blue bar. Then go to smart audio. Then click I see in pairing mode, which basically means the blue light is flashing. And then it should just discover the device straight away. It's that one that says cam followed by that number there. Yours will be different. Click on this. Okay, now what you need to do is in the list, you can look for your Wi-Fi. Type in the password for your Wi-Fi router. You'll notice at the top there it says it only uses 2.4, not 5G. Now all routers will use 2.4, but some have got 5G as well. The only reason you might need to note this is some routers have got a different password for the 2.4 and a different password for the 5G. And so if that is the case of yours, you need to give it the 2.4 password. Most of them these days use the same password, so it's not normally a problem, but that's what that's showing there for, just in case that does relate to you. So again, make sure you choose your Wi-Fi and make sure you put your Wi-Fi password in there. If you make a mistake, obviously it's not going to it's not going to be able to connect. What you do then is press next, and it will tell you again only supports 2.4. Press continue, and if everything's done right, it will count down from 60 seconds. However, it's normally completed within about 15 seconds. There you go. And your device is now showing on your account. Actually, your device there is showing it's online at the moment. By the way, once you've set this up, try and turn the camera on, you'll see that the light has actually gone off. The light is normally off on this device, but the device is still on. Like so, the only way you can normally tell whether it's on or not is actually by pressing the button. So if I press and hold it now, try again. There you go. You get the slow blue flashing light, which means it's ready to turn off, which means it was on. Obviously, once you turn it off, you won't be able to log in and listen live. So let's switch that back on. Try again. It turned on but didn't show the light for some reason. There you go. Right, that's back on again. It might take a few seconds before it actually let me log in and listen to it live. Also, by the way, if you switch it off like I did, it will still show online for about 5 minutes, but you won't be able to listen into it. So let's try clicking on that now. Yeah. It's got switched off and back on again. There we go. Right. So you better listen to live what it's picking up. So every time you click on it, you'll be able to listen in. At the bottom here, you've got two symbols. You've got the SD card and the cloud account. So if you did set up a cloud account, you do have to pay separately for this. The prices may vary, but it's not very expensive. However, you don't really need it. As long as you've got, as long as your device is online, then you can just listen in using the SD card. So we click on this, and it will load up the recordings on the account. You can download them and listen to them directly on the phone once it's downloaded. If obviously you'll end up with loads of these. If you click at the top there where it says 0%, you can then format the card, which then clears all the memory off. Go back again. You got the alarm log at the bottom here. This just gives you an event log every time it hears a noise. You see, I'll get a notification at the top, and it will log it. It will log it here as well. And then the settings in that little cog there in the bottom right corner, you can change the recording settings here. So this is basically what sets it off. So you can either have the standard one is power saving, which means it will record when it hears noise, and you can log in any time. Or you can have the top one, which is continuously recording. So it records all the time, and again you can log in whenever you want. And the best one for power saving is the bottom one, which means it records when it hears noise, and you can only log in when it's actually recording. So if it's a quiet room, you won't be able to log in. If someone walks in and starts talking, you'll get a notification on your phone, and at that point then you can log in. So that's the best one for power saving. That's the standard one. After that, you can change the sensitivity, which is not how loud it records, it's just what sets it off. So if you've got it in a medium sensitivity room and it keeps getting set off too much, you might want to lower it. If you're missing things, then obviously you might want to higher it a bit. And underneath that is how long it records for each time it hears a noise. Standard is 1 minute, but you can increase that if you need to, and then just press save once you're done. Apart from that, those are the main features of the device, but other things are covered in more detail on the instructions itself.